Well, the Whelen 6-inch round dome light is a new product from Whelen, and Chris is going to show us a little bit more details about it right now. Take it away, Chris.
Well, thank you, Stuart, for the introduction, as always. I have here Whelen Engineering's 6-inch LED compartment light. Seems like a simple enough product, and really it is. Gives you white illumination, red illumination for your interior uses in your vehicle. But what I'm going to do here is give you a look behind the front polycarbonate lens here to see how the diodes are arranged inside the unit. Then once I put it back together, flip it over, go over the trigger wires and how they work for this unit. Because really, I'm sure you're curious when it comes to the fact that dome lights don't typically have 5 wires coming out of the back. Usually you just have simple 2, a lead and a ground. Connect those to your car, and then the switch on the front of it takes care of your other features. Well, the Whelen light is a little different, has a little bit more features to it to assist you in your interior illumination. I'm going to go ahead, take the Phillips head screws out of the back aluminum portion of the dome light. There it goes. And the last screw here. So now with the light pole, the unit will come apart to reveal the inner goodies. So again, you have a one-piece polycarbonate dome, the smooth outer, and a rough, opaque inner surface. So this helps spread the light of the diodes, basically diffuse it across the whole 6-inch surface of your dome here. On the inside, you can see that you have an array, total of 6 white diodes, followed by an array of 6 red diodes. Actually, if we have the camera zoom in, what's really neat with the diodes nowadays versus how they were several years ago is if you look close enough, your diodes can really almost ID the color that they'll produce when they turn on. So in fact, these ones here that are white are the white. The ones here that have a little bit of a red glow inside are the red illumination diodes for us. Series of soldering, resistors, heat transfers, and other fancy Whelen electronics to make everything work. Incorporated push buttons for both the red and the white. So really pretty darn simple. Center wiring on the back. And even what's great, like you just see with this falling off on me, the push buttons have a rubber cap to cover them here. So really with that, a couple years down the road, after this has been used many, many times, if you need to replace the push button outer port, it's easy enough to do. Go ahead, take the rubber switch, put it back on here. Take the polycarbonate dome, where you fix it as well. Making sure that my rubber button cover sticks out properly so it'll have full operation without a button being stuck at any point. We have 2 different screw types. So we have a really small Phillips and another somewhat larger, really tiny Phillips. So the short inner ones will go on the inner 3-screw triangle here. Give that a little spin, get all my screw holes lined up. And we'll go ahead, get the outer screws set. And back together. Buttons work great. Just always like to double check it after everything's snugged in. So to give you an idea of what these 5 trigger wires do, go ahead, connect them to some power and some ground. So we have a main ground for the unit, which is black trigger wire obviously here. Red gives the unit its main juice. So when those are connected, you gain ability of your light. Push button there for the red illumination diodes. Push button for the white illumination diodes. And it is a little different than some other LEDs in that the fact that it does warm up and it cools down when you turn it on and off. So it's a little more traditional in the dome light sense in that it's just not an instantaneous burst of light. So really, it's a little softer on your retinas for nighttime use inside your vehicle. The other trigger wires here, go ahead and connect. So if we take the yellow trigger wire here, connect that to positive 12 volts, it activates the dome light's backglow feature. So really with that, your on-off buttons here have a backlight glow. So something you may be used to in backlighting is your siren or switch box, in that when your parking lights are activated, if you tie the backlight circuit into it, your buttons or caricatures, which tell you what your buttons do, illuminate. So really for nighttime use, it's easier to see what your fingers are reaching over and pressing. So really, same theory here. When the dome light's over and above your head, quick glance, you can see which button will do what for you. It's a really nice little feature there, something unique that previous dome lights haven't had in them. The other 2 trigger wires here, it's a really nice feature. They're door triggers. So if you connect them to a ground sensor in your vehicle, so your driver door, passenger door, rear hatch compartment, really anywhere you want to tie them, you then gain the ability for your light to activate with the door. The orange trigger wire here, again connected to a ground circuit, activates the red LED backlighting. If you take the white trigger wire here, again connected to a ground circuit, which would be on the door trigger, activates the white diode set. So really what's nice here is open the door, open the hatch, light comes on, close it, turns back off, and then you still have the ability to have manual control. And something, again, a little different here. If you have the red on, switch to white, inside the unit, it color changes over. So with the Whelen, you don't have the ability to have a red and a white on, creating basically pink atmospheric light in your vehicle. Touch the white again, turns off, same thing. Switch it to red, red button again, switches over. So really, again, the Whelen dome light, many different features through 2 ground connect door triggers, one for the red, one for the white. Backglow function here activates your buttons. So again, for nighttime use, you'll know what button you're pushing, red or white. And again, positive wire, negative wire, connect them into your vehicle's electrical system to make the whole thing work for you. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on SIRENNET television. Back to you, Stuart.
Well, thanks a million, Chris. Really appreciate that. Interesting product from Whelen Engineering. As always, many thanks for watching SIRENNET television. I'm Stuart.